Hi everyone, Emma here. I am getting ready to make a bracelet and I'm going to show you a unique way to do the closure for the bracelet. So I was testing it out. Let me fix this camera. I was testing it out ahead of time, but we'll make another closure using this is, I think, Splash, it's called, from Leathercord USA, but it's like a seafoam color, and I actually have some beads to do that one as well. So I think we'll do two bracelets actually in this video. It's just a stringing bracelet once you've done your clasp. So the idea is you take these crimp ends or ribbon ends and you crimp your leather pieces in between them like this, and you leave a space big enough to put your button in. So this is a little big actually for this size button. You only need about this much for that, but it's still, it works well, so it gets in there easily. And then, so you attach your stringing material and your beads to the button, and then you attach the other end to one of the crimp ends, and then you just put dangles on this part here to embellish it. So that's what we'll do, but we'll start out, I'll show you how to make this first. And this idea is not mine. This comes from, and I want to say his name is Elil, but it's hard to hear him. He talks so fast. From Silver Silk. So here is the packaging I got. Let me open this up and show you the packaging I got. This was a gift from Diane, and let me show you the silver silk that it came with. And they have all kinds of products. They're just wonderful. So you can check out their website for orders right here, silversilkonline.com, and they have incredible YouTube videos as well, so definitely take a look. So this is all that I have left. Diane sent me some white and some green, and I found that this was a little too thick for my crimps. Now I do have bigger crimps, so you can use a bigger crimp, or you can use like a kumihimo end and glue them in. So there's that too. So let's get ahead. So thank you so much, and I'm so sorry I can't figure out his name. I'll have to go to the website and look it up. Sometimes they'll have information about themselves. So this was the original color that I used for this one, and this one's from Exotica. This is where I get my Exotica leather, or my leather from now on. The other one that I got it from, it's a wholesaler, so you have to place a certain amount order and stuff, but there's no limit with the Exotica, and they offer wholesale prices for the amount that you buy. So if you buy $100 worth, you get 10% off. If you buy 200, I think it's 20%, something like that. I think 150 is 15, so on and so forth. But definitely check it out. They have incredible colors. They have flat as well. They have all different sizes. I use 2mm leather all the time. I do have some 3, and I have some I think 1.5, but I find it's too small. So, okay, so let's take a look at, so we're going to do basically the same size button. These are Terra cast buttons, by the way. They're so lovely, but you know what? I use my buttons for leather wrap bracelets, but I find these ones just a tiny bit too small for that. So I'm so excited to be able to use it for this application. So I do have 2 of these ribbon ends. Let me enlarge that. Or crimp ends, however you want to call it. There is a little bit of a tooth on these, not as much as I would like. So when I did this one, I actually had to put glue because it wasn't quite gripping. You could see the leather's kind of right at the edges, but if you look at the teeth are in the middle, and it's only on one side. So the other side's flat. So sometimes I use it and it works fine. It doesn't come apart, but I would just add some glue to make sure. So this is what it's going to look like. So we kind of want that size. That's why I'm placing it that way. So if you see, that's about the size that I have for. You could make it a bit smaller, but I worry that because this crimp isn't as secure as I'd like it, that when you go to put your button in, it might pop out. So let's get some. And I use my nippers to cut my leather, but you can use scissors. So I'm going to make it to about there. So let's cut that. And then I just use the other one to measure. And I'll measure this for you so you have an idea. But you can use wider ribbon ends too. So what I'm trying to do is match it with the size of the button so that it looks balanced. And I do that a lot with my size beads and stuff like that. I try and balance everything, both color, size, texture, that kind of thing. And that's how I get, like, I notice people have mentioned a few times that they love how I put the different colors together and whatnot. That's how I do it. I just try and get those guys all to kind of line up with colors. So I'm just going to put that little fuzz with my scissors. And that one's fine. Okay, so we're going to need some pliers. Where are they? There's my flat nose. And we'll need some glue. And I actually was doing another bracelet that had some. Let me see if this, actually that stuff's still wet, so we can use that. Yippee. Yippee, yippee. I have to get, oh, no, I don't think that's any good. I have to get some Loctite. I sound like a broken record. I apologize. So I hope you guys are doing well. It's Saturday. Let me see what time it is. 12:30. I'd love to be doing lives. My stupid internet is, we have wireless because there's a lot of metal in this house, and it's a long story. There's some renovation videos explaining. It was a elderly lady that lived here, and she was paranoid about the aliens sending gamma rays through the house, so she had a contractor cover the walls with metal and then covered that with paneling. Actually plywood and paneling. So I'm just going to put the glue on and then put them down. So when we moved in, we had to get that off. Now there's still some metal in the house. So the internet, we can't do it. First of all, there's no lines going through. So one's longer. I think I might have had it on top and it rounded, but you know, it's still a little longer. I want to make that even. I think I might cut it with my scissors. There. Okay, so I'm going to hang on to these. I'm going to tilt my camera so you get a better look at what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to have to flip this here. And squeeze that. Yep, that's good. And then take the next one. And you don't have to like bring it right to the end, just if you want to, but I think I like the distance. And I'm going to try and squeeze those two together so that, try and get them in the middle. Like that. So you can see the teeth kind of digging in there, sort of. That looks really pretty, that color. So then this is what it's going to look. Oh, these buttons are funny. Look. Somebody needs to tell Tierra Cast. So clearly they thought they were doing a good thing because you string this way, right? So then your button sits properly, but in this application, it's like this. So who knows, maybe if we can string it, if we could string it that way, then it'll sit properly. Whichever, it's not going to matter on your wrist. So there's that one. So I'm going to put this one aside and we're going to work on the first one here with these lovely. So I think I got these at Art Beads in case people ask. And actually, I think I got these at Art Beads as well, like 2 years ago. And they're one of my favorites. And actually, I just ordered a whole bunch of these. I think they call them Saturn beads or saucer beads. And I think I don't know if I ordered orange, but I ordered red for sure. And I ordered a bunch of different colors. So that's going to be coming next week. So this is going to be what we're going to string. So I think we'll start. I have some crimp tubes that match the color of that. It's not really necessary, but yeah. So I think we should start with the button. I have this, let me come out here and we'll move the glue. We don't need it now. I have this Beadalon 7-strand that I got from Diane sent me in the last shipment. So that was super nice. I always forget, you're supposed to pull on this. These are these spool tamers that you get at Beadalon, and it's a bag of 25 for, I can't remember, it was super cheap. And you just pull your wire out. So I'm going to make this for I always take more than I need. So, but you know, the wire's expensive, so you might want to actually measure it. And I did say I was going to measure the leather. Let me get that for you. Okay, so let's get the ruler out. So I usually measure about 12 inches when I'm doing my wire, but you really don't need that much. Then let's take this one here, and I was going to measure that for you. So the leather is 1 inch. That's what I thought. And then with your ends, and because I didn't push it all the way in, it ends up being, I think, 1.5 inches. So this part's important. You need to know that for your wrist size, your beads always add your clasp. So we have to add, let me check with this one. So this one's bigger. Oh, it's about the same, maybe 1/4 inch more. So, but remember your button's going to be in here. So this is going to be your length right there, not to the end. So half of that. So let's just turn our buttons there. So 1 inch. That's usually kind of where you're at with your, I'm going to get a bead stopper. I usually attach my wire onto whatever attachment I have, And that's usually a big mistake because I end up changing my mind and then have to cut it off. So there's another reason to waste your lovely wire. I think I was going to make a necklace with this. That's why I had it set up the way I did. So let's take 2 of these strands off. Should have checked first. Yeah, I think 2 in a bit. Actually, you know what? I think I might put more of these saucer beads on. So we're definitely going to use 4 saucer beads. And then some of these. I don't know that I want any spacers with these. I love the way, like you can see here. Tilt this a bit. So you can see they look really nice just like that. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'll get my wire. So if I have my button, I'm going to want to put something between the button. So probably these. Just wondering if I should put some little copper color beads to start out with. Let me see if I have any. No. So let's just do those. Because, so let's start with, try 5. It's so pretty. I like me some beads. Okay, and actually I'm going to go a little further with these. There's 6. But I have to remember my wrist is so small, so. And then a saucer. Yeah, I think so. Actually, I think I'm going to do 6s. So I hope everybody is have a lovely holiday weekend. I don't know, I don't know what it is in the States, if it's Memorial Day or something. Here in Canada, it's, oh geez, I think it's Victoria Day. Yeah, Victoria Day weekend. So that's Queen Victoria's, I want to say birthday, but I could be wrong. Kath, can you correct me, please? Okay, 6 more. I'm getting squirreled here. I'm trying to do, like, and I apologize, I can't remember his name. Eli or something from Silver Silk. He's so wonderful when he's doing the beading, he's talking and stuff. I just totally get squirreled. And I'm noticing, so I got these different strands at different times. So one's like super, super orange, and then the other's a little paler. But once you put them together, you're not going to notice that. And I kind of like the variation anyway. Need one more there. And a saucer. Saturn, maybe? These are so beautiful. Oh. So I'm feeling really good today. I'm kind of being careful that I'm not overdoing it, but I get to go a little further down the street today. So last night I went to the bottom of the street, and I thought I could do like a full walk today, but Jen's like, nope, we're gonna walk. We're gonna turn the corner and walk down that street. It's all flat. So been told. Three. I have to test this because I think it might be too big for my wrist anyway. So let me see if I can grab this. Oh, look at that. So I can add, I think what I might do, okay, I gotta remember, so I have the inch here and the button on the other side. So maybe what I should do is maybe add 3 on each side to make it even. Good reason to not crimp that part. So let's see if this will come off. Oh, let's just do these. 2, 4, 6. 2, 3. Okay. Let's go to the other side. The bead bugs kind of put a little indentation in my wire, so you have to be careful with that. See, the little marks. I don't think it will damage it, you know, where it would be weak, but you have to be careful. That. So let's pull these up here. That should do it. I think it needs a tick more. I just finished making a bracelet and it's actually a little tight. So I did this one and of course I cut the end. So it's, if I can get this shape a little better, see this side, if I could get it sticking out a bit, I will be, it'll be fine. But so this wrist is smaller than this one by like half an inch. So I think we should put some little beads in there. I kind of want them to match. Oh, I know what to do. I've got some check glass beads. So I have some loose ones that aren't on a strand. So these would probably look really nice. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go, Emma. Let's take out 3 on each end and see if that's long enough. It might be too long, so we'll just adjust it. I wish this bead was a little more kind of orangey pink, but you know what, it's once you put them together, when they're close in color, that's the other thing, is they kind of blend. It's when they're not close in color, then you're like, it really looks out of place. So that looks too big. See if I can get that. Okay. Yeah, it's too big. It actually probably would be fine the way it was. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put 1 on each end to finish it off. Then I'll have a bit of space. Ooh, look what I did. I pulled it all out when I took the beads off. Let's see if I can slide that back in. I just got the last 2. That was sketch. So, big news. Susan from Turtle Soup Beads is moving to Patreon. I wonder what people think of that. I mean, she does amazing stuff, and the amount of work that she puts in her videos is incredible. So I don't blame her, and for people who like Patreon, I think that's great. My experience with Patreon has not been. I'm gonna put the bead bug back on so that doesn't happen again. So I'm putting my button on. So I took my crimp tube and my button. I'm gonna put that in there and turn it like that. So yeah, I do dog portraits, and I was doing following certain people in England that do dog portraits with color pencil, and the one lady had a Patreon channel, and I went ahead and signed up for it. I was really excited. She's amazing instructor and great skill. So I don't know if I like it like floppy like that, but then I don't want to make it too rigid, so I think I will leave it that way. So let's get our crimping tool. So I have my wires flat. I'm gonna try and separate it a bit. Let me see if I do it in the other hand. Make sure they don't cross over. I think they were, so yeah, there. That's how I want it, and I want it a little closer there. So we're going to use the very end hole to create that little taco. I'll try and show you. There, and then squeeze. Now we have that lovely piece. So it got both pieces of wire nicely. Now you just turn it 90 degrees so it's up and down, and then you use the final hole at the tip, and that will fold it over like that. Let's see if I can show you. Squeeze. And I take a look and inspect. I find it tends, when you fold it, it tends to bring the wires like down to the base of that little taco. I just pull, it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to get my new new nippers that the tips aren't broken. So these are, I have a couple of pairs of ones that I've dropped and they break, but they're super cheap, so I mean it would be nice if they didn't break. These are, I think they call them flush cutters because they come right to the edge, which is great. So that's, I think there's a pair of nippers you can buy, like jewelry ones, that are super sturdy, but they're not flush cutters. So I get these on Amazon too for like $12. They're about $6 each. So that is that for that piece. Let's draw that down. Super. Yeah, so that actually works out nice. And because the button has an edge to it from the shank, it kind of covers the crimp tube anyway. But you know what? The crimp tube is really nice. So those were crimp tubes that I got from Beadaholic at their sale. So now we're going to take we need our crimp tube. Yeah, so these are really good crimp tubes. They're nice and thick. So you can use them for decorative parts of your bracelet. So yeah, back to the Patreon issue. So everything was fine. I signed up and I find out that the credit card company in Canada charges I think it was, I want to say $50, but I don't think it was that much. I think it was like $20 per month for like a service fee for services. So, and Patreon was considered a service. I was like, what the heck? And the Patreon that I was signing up for was only $10 a month. So I was like, no, this is not right. So I sent her an email and said, I'm really sorry, but there's just no way. It doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to get this really pretty snug. I'm going to leave some space for so that it can move around, but it's about there, and make sure your wires are separated. Just hold that with the other hand. So back to, it's a bit of maneuvering with this hand. Squeeze. I didn't squeeze it all the way, my handle's fallen off. I find the handle on this tool slides there. That's good. Slides down. You just have to push it up. There's a wire in here that helps it to like open back up, which is helpful when you're using it. But they tend to slide off. Let's just get that in there. There. Okay, so now turn this 90 degrees like that. So I wish her all the best. I think it's awesome. So she was saying that, you know, she'll be able to do more content, and she said something about, now just be careful you don't scratch up the finish on your bead, which I'm getting really close to doing. So, but that's because I put it too close. Ooh, too far here. There. And I'm just going to make sure that's not scratchy. Okay. So there's the, ta-da, that is your bracelet right there. So now let's put some goodies on the end, because I like me some goodies. She mentioned something about having to edit, or yeah, it wasn't clear, and I don't want to kind of like speak out of term kind of thing. So we're going to put this one on like that, and then I'm going to make a little dangle with this part here. So let's do that one. Actually, let's put the, I'm going to put a 6mm to bring, that should work. She said something about the algorithm with YouTube and editing the videos. So I never edit my videos. Only once have one of my videos been recommended from YouTube. So it was very, like, just in my opinion, was very random. But I'm sure, like, I should go back and take a look at what happened that created this event. But basically they recommended my video, so they put it on people's, like, the first, when you, why is that not going in? There's a little hook on the jump ring. So one of my videos, I posted it. It was a bracelet making video. Surprise, surprise. And within 24 hours, I had 10,000 views. And I think it's up to 618 now over time. But it just like totally plateaued after a while. So that's really lovely. This again is Tiara Cast, and it's two-sided lotus flower. One of my favorite of their designs for their charms. Okay, so let's just move that a bit. And what I have here, I don't have any copper nice ball eye pins. So I'm going to use gold. I think once it's on there, you're not going to notice. Because I'm going to use these dark topaz crystals from Swarovski. And these are gold-plated spacer beads. And they're beautiful. They're faceted. So, yeah. I'll be sad to see her go. But it's good for her. Like that. Yeah, that's going to look lovely. So I don't think I have to cut this at all. It does look kind of long. Because I'm not going to wrap it, so I'm just going to twist it. I think I will clip it and just do the circle. And I think these are gold plated as well. The eye pins. Head pins. Oh, they're there. So I just take, depending on how big a loop you want, you're going to go, I might go a little bigger here. And get that nice and flush. And just use your thumb, press against it, and turn, and then release, and turn. And I probably should have left it like that. So let's go a little smaller so I can. I'm going to tilt this back a bit like that, and then bring this one down. There, so we have the circle. I'm not going to close it because I'll put it on. Now, I'm wondering if I'll put it on here. Yeah, I think I'm going to attach it to this jump ring. If I attach it to the crimp end, it's pretty small. It's going to start getting tangled and stuff. So let's get our, let's open this up a little. Put it on there. That. I'm just going to use my thumb and close that up like that. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty. Get our, bring our button in. I'll have to try it on, of course. Wow. That is pretty. Just like that. Okay, so let's try this on. And it's pretty easy. That's good for me because I have problems getting my clasps on. Here. There. The wire is a bit, you know, has some shape to it, so I'm a bit fiddly today. Understandable. When I was talking to the anesthetist yesterday, she was really impressed with the ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting. Well, and I was telling her that I have bipolar too, and that I feel like the diet has helped as well with the stability. So there we go. So it fits it a bit, you know, snug in that spot, but maybe over time it'll, but that is pretty. So that turned out really nice. I have ordered some of the silver silk. there's some off brands on AliExpress, so I ordered a bunch. So there we go. So that's that one. We're at 39 minutes, so I think we can do the other one. Talk some more. Let's put this one together. So you see how the kind of, I'm going to run into that problem no matter what. There is soft flex that's softer. It doesn't, it's more like a thread feel, so the beads will fall better. And it's because my wrist is so small that it's hard to get a good. So that, yeah, once this is on, you see how it's like really rigid. Okay, so let's move these up here. And move that one there. So let's get this one out. So I thought we would put a mermaid as a dangle. Ho ho! I got these from Jill Wiseman, and I love, they're called teal with metallic beige wash. They're expensive. There was a discount on this, but there's 6 in a package. So they're gorgeous. Look at that. These are beautiful. If you were, somebody mentioned when I did the unboxing that they were thinking about buying them, and then when they saw them, they were, confirmed that. I would highly recommend it. You have to know what you're going to use them for because they're so long. So you can string them this way onto your bracelet and have beads around it, which is fine. But I like to have them this way. So I tend to use them for dangles. So I think that's what we're going to do with that one. So put it there. And we're going to use these 2 colors. And I think I might use, I haven't decided if I'm going to do spacers with this, using these beads from Jill Wiseman. The other option was to do it with these matte 8-O's, or 6-O's, sorry. They're pretty big. But they're so big, they're going to dwarf this bead. So I think that's a no on that one. So I think I'd like to do the same kind of thing, do one of these and maybe a couple of these, maybe 1 or 2 of these. So let's see what we come up with. Actually, I'm just noticing I have my little baggie here. I've got some smaller beads. So we'll keep that. So I won't cut this one because I think we have enough. This was left over from another bracelet that I made. This one here. So that turned out really nice. Okay, so those guys. Oh, and I have those as well. So this may work out. Actually, I might do the same kind of orientation where I put, what did I do on this one? I did a main and a gold, so maybe something like this. I think what I might do is, yeah, I think 2 in between each of these little ones. And then 1, and maybe a big one on the end. Okay, those go there, there, there. Take that out. I have a bead, like a bracelet tray, but it's so big on my desk. It would cover the whole desk. I got it from Beadlon. I don't know about this. I think these are too small. So maybe divide this up like this. Maybe like that. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. So let's slide those over. This is what we need. Get rid of these guys. There. And we don't need this. This was from the other. Put that in my tray. Oh, I have to organize my tray every once in a while because I have stuff, partially used stuff. Let's get this there for now. And put some of these out there. Might as well take them all out. So cut another strand. You know what? I wonder if my other wire's thinner. I have some super thin wire that I bought by accident. And I just didn't read the size. I read the 7 strand and I didn't realize how small it is. So you can see this is 0.12, this is 0.18, this is 46, this is 30. Look at how teeny tiny this is. So I haven't figured out what to do with it because there's a lot of it. It works great. It's still super strong. So maybe I should use it because that one was a bit stiff. This will be super soft. So yeah, that's... Sometimes what I've done is I've doubled it. Actually, you know what? That's what I should do because then I can double it around the... And that way I'll be confident that it's going to hold up. Cut this. Like that. So let's get our button on. You know what? Let's use a bead bug. I almost did it. I know I'm going to be adjusting the other end because I'm not sure how I want to finish. So, but I'm going to take the 2 ends and put them together. So let's start with a couple of beads. This size. Because the button will be there, so it'll maybe 3. 3. And then one of these. So well, the other problem I had with Patreon, because the videos were so long, and I don't know if it was the person doing her videos, because it's art, you're using a high quality video, it lagged and froze continuously. I would freeze and couldn't use it at all to watch the videos. So that was another reason why I told her that there's no way I could do it. So I don't know, something like beading, if you would need that high quality video. Now for mine, and I should point this out, okay, we're going to put one of these guys on. So I'm going to try and get these all to go the same way, so the small end going in one direction. You can, lay them out and then decide how you want them to line up. But I just like one way's good for me. So this is what I have so far. So this is going to be at the edge with the button, then I'm doing 2 and 2 with 3 of the other beads, and then 1 on each end of this. So my videos, I record them at 720, which is a really good quality. Now I can record higher than that, but YouTube, first of all, you're watching on a small screen. So unless you're casting to a TV, and 720 is fine on a TV anyway. So YouTube down downgrades. There's a special word for video, but downgrades the size to 240 or 320. So if you go to watch my videos and you see like they look a bit grainy and not too in focus, tap on the corner right up here. There's a little wheel. Tap that, and then a drop down window will come out here, and ignore the first line but go to the second line and it will say video quality, and I think it says highest quality, and you click on that and it will upgrade your video so you can see it better. I don't think you'd notice much in the sound, but definitely the viewing would be better. So I would highly recommend it. It's for beading, you really need to see what's going on. Okay, so this is looking good. Another one of these. I'm kind of picking some of these that have a lot of gold finish on them. That one there was, you can see this side doesn't have a lot. Use that for something else. Okay. One there. Yeah, so I don't know if she needs higher quality or not. Yeah, here's the other thing. I don't often talk about it because I don't know what people think about it, but I get paid for ads, so I put an ad at the beginning of the video. It's a non-skippable ad. But that's it. I don't put any ads anywhere else. If you watch some of my videos that have ads all the way through, I apologize. And I mentioned this before, let me know and I will adjust it. When I got monetized, YouTube automatically turns all your videos on and they put the ads where they want them. So I have over 800 videos, probably 900 now. So I would have to go through all my videos and remove them. So, and some of them don't get viewed. So I'm like, why am I going to waste my time? So I'm just looking at this. So, I mean, I've got it tight. So actually, if I add the other two beads on that one end and then the clasp, that should probably do it. Maybe I should add 4 on each side. So let's add. I want to make sure it's gonna not be tight. Let's add the 2 and then I'll test it again. Oh yeah, that's all I need is the 3 in each end. So this is what I have. I kind of wanted more of these, less of these. Oh well, I have lots of beads. Not like I can't do another one. Oh, you know what I realized? Look, I doubled it. I was going to wrap it around the button. I had to put the button on first. Duh, Emma. You know what? I kind of wanted it doubled anyway on the thing, so I'll just cut that. Because then the button's attached only by one thread, one piece of wire instead of 2. So that's my quick recovery. So let's start by adding the button. So we need some crimp tubes. So this is my lovely stash that I got from Beataholic. This is like multiples of things, but like stuff was so cheap. So we need gold. 2. Get our crimp tube on. I'm planning on doing videos all day. I hope you guys enjoy this. You know, when I had my hand surgeries, I did a bunch because I thought I wasn't going to be able to do any. So I did a bunch of videos up ahead of time. I had done up so many that and recovered so quickly that I ended up just releasing them. But since then, you know what, I get so excited, I don't want to hold them back. So I'm like, here you go, here's a bunch of videos. I love getting like the comments and the response back. So I'm not going to worry about where my strands are because there's 4 there. So it's definitely going to grab hold. So I'm just going to hang on to that and get my crimping tool. I'm sure my wife's wondering where I am. She'd like to have a cup of tea with me. So we're going to... Oh, that's not holding. Did I not squeeze it? I did, but that wire, you know, that wire, it says which crimp to use. I bet you this crimp's too big. Let me see if I can fix this. Yeah, that's not even close. Oh, there we go. That's just the position of my tool. It's still a bit loose, but let's see if I fold it, if it will make a difference. Yeah, it's sliding. I don't think this is going to work. I have a micro one in the middle. Let me see. Oh, that's upside down. Let me see if the micro will work better. Okay. Yeah, that did it. Good to know. I never use the micro because I don't usually use small crimp tubes. So let me see if that's moving, just to let you know. No, it's stuck. Okay, so let's fold that over. There. Just make sure all the strands are not going to move. Okay, so let's cut these 2 strands. And be careful not to cut your other strands. I've done that. Been there, done that. Okay, pull it down. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Sweet. Let's clip this. And we're going to attach this that we made. Oh, it's going to look lovely. Oh, I need my grip tube. Squirrel. Oh, I have a funny story for you about squirrel. When I lived in North Carolina, I had a car that didn't have air conditioning. So we had to keep the windows open when we were driving, and I had a black lab. Black lab and German short-haired pointer mix. He was beautiful. He had like white along his chest and his front paws, and with black spots, and then the rest of him was black. And his name was Buddy, and he was a buddy dog. He was like a big baby. He was so adorable. But so we'd have them in the car, and of course we had to keep the windows open. It was so hot. I was driving one day. He was in the back seat, and I was at a stoplight. So I'm trying to get this even here. So I'll remember to use my micro. That's the middle one. So this tool I got from Beetlon, and they call it a combined tool with a micro setting. If you're looking, it was, I don't know, I think I paid $12, it might have been $17, but it was on sale. So got like for $12. So that's nice and rigid in there. Gonna go 90 degrees and take the last spot and fold it over. Cut these two ends. So I was at a stoplight, and there was a big front lawn and trees, and a squirrel went running across the lawn. And I saw the squirrel, and right away I reacted. I turned back to look at Buddy, and Buddy was getting ready to jump out the window. And like it happened so fast. So those are sticking out a bit, but I'm just going to poke them. They should be fine. And I managed to grab him by the scruff of his neck, like just by his chest, and pull him back. He was halfway out the window. Going after the squirrel. Can you imagine? And the light was just changing to green. Oh my god. So let's take a look and see. So far, so good. Oh, these are lovely. I'm going to be making some more of these. Look at that. I'm going to have to send him a message on his website and say thank you so much for this idea. Okay. So we want to put her, but I also want to add, I didn't think to pull out any other embellishments. So let me see if I can find some of these sea foam crystals. From I'm pretty sure I have some that I got from, so I have those, would go well, but I think I have some opal. Oh, those right there. So I think I'll do the same as what I did on the other one. Oh, I used bigger ones. These are 3mm. Let me get the 4s. I think a 4 would be good. Sorry about that. The other oh, here they are. I can see them in the package. So this. So when I did the giveaway on the Swarovskis, this is the kind of, like, I have multiples of everything, so. See, so I have these. Those kind of match, but I think I have an even lighter. Ooh, that's it there. It's a little more blue than green, but you know what? It's going to match when we get it together. Who's going to join me? And I'm going to use those lovely silver plated. So I put together my stash of symbols and my gold plated super duos and these spacers. But look, it looks awesome in there. So I need 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Now I gotta find some. Oh, why am I doing silver? I tend to put silver with seafoam, so that's probably why I went to the silver. But all the metal is gold, so we're gonna stick with the gold. And I made sure to leave out my head pin. Don't need my ruler anymore. I heard my wife come upstairs, so I thought she was gonna come and rattle my chain, telling me that I need to rest. Oh, look at that! Oh, yummy. Of course, it's the Roskies. It's supposed to be yummy. Oh, I'm gonna need another head pin, and I'm probably gonna need a longer one for that mermaid. She's a tall girl. Okay, what did I do different here? Oh, I only needed 2. Oh, it went rolling. I only needed 2 bicones. There. Okay. So I had clipped a little too much the last time, so let me just clip that. And we're gonna put your finger there and roll that. And tilt it. I'll leave it open because we're gonna attach it to a jump ring. I used a copper one on that one, that's why. This is not my good ones. These are gold plated. I think 7. These don't look like my gold plated. They're really yellow. Look. Oh, they're the good ones. They're the goodies. Okay, so we need to let's put this on first, and then we'll figure out what we're doing for Our Lady. When we were in Cuba, I think my wife left her sunglasses in the dining room, and one of the staff came running out, and he's like, "Lady, lady." To this day, we still joke and call her lady. She always says, people call us ladies all the time. It's kind of like because we're a queer couple kind of thing. So they'll say you ladies, whatever, like they're addressing us, so that it's not like friends or whatever. Because that's insulting as a queer couple when people refer to you. Like I've had people say to me, "Oh, where's your friend? You mean my wife?" So it's funny. Yesterday at the hospital, who was it? Oh, it was the lady that was doing my admission in the morning. Said, "Your common law wife." And I said, "No, my wife." And she tried to correct me. And I said, "No, we are married by law. We have the same rights as every other couple." She's probably like, "Oh my God, she's going to lose it on me." But I was just like, especially the hospital is like a sore point for me, because one time I took Jen to the hospital to get to be seen in emergency. She couldn't walk. She was on the floor. She hurt her back. and they refused to let me in because I wasn't a family member. Meanwhile, we were common law at the time, and I was like in tears at the front desk, and I'm like, you have to let me in. Like, I had to carry her in, like, into the wheelchair and stuff like that. Like, what are you talking about, right? And then, like, if something happens to her and I have to make a decision for her, I'm not even there. Like, I don't even know what's going on. So I was like, no, I'm not leaving, right? And they went and got security. And the security guard told me to go sit down or they'd call the police. And I wasn't causing a scene. They were. I was just like in tears, going, please let me in. So yeah, I'm a little touchy when it comes to that. Okay, so we need a head pin for this. Let's test it with the other one. I don't think it's long enough. Yeah, it's not long enough. I have lots more. And I moved things, so I'm like looking, where are we? Oh, there it is. That's crazy. And there we go. Get the head pins out here. But yeah, so they and the funny thing is, I understand why in Cuba they were saying lady, because the language barrier. So it's like the translation for women is lady. Uh, this one doesn't have a, so that's, I need to get some of the ball pins, but you know what, it might be fine for this because you can't really see it anyway. That's just going to be big enough to attach, so I think I'm gonna just do that. Okay, so let's see. I don't think we need to. Yeah, that's perfect. And then I'm just going to tilt it a bit so that it sits it in the middle. So I am going to close this up because we've already got this jump ring open. That. There. Let's close this guy. This lady. I call everything guy. I'm bad. I'm a bad girl. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at that. Wow. This turned out lovely. Move these over so we have that one. I should check. I was going to be sneaky and not show you. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Look at that. So you know what? This is really nice, but I feel like it needs another strand of something. So whether it's a piece of chain or maybe some leather across. So what I would do is add it somehow. Yeah, But anyway, it's really nice. It's nice the way it is. So that is it for these two bracelets. So I think what I'm going to do next for my videos for you guys is do some herringbone. I had ordered those 2-hole, they call them round duos, and yeah, I can show you how to do those. Those are amazing and fun and nice to wear. So there we go. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.